All right, so welcome guys. Today we're going to be looking at 360 digital marketing course. Today we're going to be looking at email marketing. This is the fourth module of the 360 digital marketing course, which is the more practical approach than any other digital marketing course you'll see out there. So I'm not going to waste much of your time. Remember, the last time we talked about SEO, and then we talked about landing pages as well, and the penultimate week. And we use MailChimp for the landing pages because it's a free platform. You can use it and you can decide to pay when you begin to grow beyond the 500 lists limits that you have there. We're also going to be looking at MailChimp today to learn about email marketing. But first, let's go through the basics. In this course, what you're going to be learning in this module, what you're going to be learning today is what is email marketing basically. You're also going to be learning how to build quality email lists, avoiding spam triggers and automated emails. Don't mind me, that is spam triggers, not spam triggers. So going forward, let's go right ahead. I'm trying to make this video short, maybe 30 minutes maximum, so that there won't be too many silent moments here. Going forward, email marketing is basically a powerful strategy. It's a digital marketing strategy. It's like, if you remember the introduction to this course where I showed you the digital marketing ecosystem and we mentioned email marketing. So email marketing is part of the ecosystem of digital marketing, and it's a very, very, very powerful strategy that allows you as a business owner or as an individual or as a brand or as a personality to connect with your audience, build relationship with them, and also drive conversations. With email marketing, you can drive conversations to your social media pages or to your YouTube pages or to anything you want people to know. You can tell them information about you directly into their mailboxes, even when they don't see your social media posts. So there are a lot of best practices, email marketing best practices that you have to put into mind. One of the best practices that you have to build quality email lists. Avoid buying emails that is spam, and you wouldn't get the best result because, for example, you are buying an email of Nigerians who are in maybe for real estate, for example, and you are a shoe seller. Why are you? So okay, there's a possibility that some of the people who are into real estate are interested in buying shoes as well, but that is not the reason why the person who is selling you the email has their contact. So there's every possibility that once you upload their contacts, your mails will not be delivered to them. You're going to go into their spam folders and all that. So you want to ensure that you build your own list from scratch. And also going to look at ways by which you can build your email list from scratch as well in this course. Excuse me. You need to personalize your emails. Ensure that you craft engaging subject lines. Very short, straight to the point, and descriptive subject lines will help you to get more open rates in your emails. You have to optimize. Obviously, you have to optimize your emails for mobile performances because most people will check their emails from their mobile devices. Very few people will check from their laptops, except if it's a businessy kind of email database that you have that people have to go to work. So there's every possibility that they check from their laptop, but most people usually check from their mobile devices. One other thing you have to take into consideration is the quality of the content you are sharing via email. Those content has to be straight to the point, no beating around the bush, no unnecessary stories, except maybe you are a storyteller and people who are subscribed to your list subscribe because they want to read your stories. There's no point telling stories in your emails. Go straight to the point. Oh yeah, you have to be emotional or depending on what you are selling. All the elements of communication, the emotion, the directness, everything has to be there, but you have to make sure that the content is very, very, very valuable to everyone on that list. Number 6 is that you need to use clear call to actions. Your call to actions must be clear in the email you're using. So because we're using MailChimp, you're going to be looking at some templates that you can use to build your emails. And then I'm going to tell you how you can use clear CTAs in those email templates, so that when people are reading your emails, your audience are reading your emails, they're able to see, immediately they open the email, they're able to see what you want them to click on or what you want them to take action about before they now start reading the content. But someone like me, once I get an email like that, I first look at the call to action. What do you want me to do? What's the call to action in this email? And when I see the call to action, then I now go and read about that call to action. So that is in the email. You have already explained why you want me to click your call to action. But then I first of all go and look at your call to action. That's for me. It may work differently for you. I first of all go and look at your call to action, and then I come to try and understand why you want me to take that action. That is how I do that's how I check my own email. Another thing you want to do is the A/B testing. So it's basically just doing option A and option B, testing to see what works. You're going to test various things, test subject lines, test templates, test call to actions, test content, test audiences as well, test post sending times. So if you want to send in the morning, so you're going to have to do those testings to understand what works for your audience and what works for you best. Going forward, you're going to also try to avoid spam triggers. I mentioned some spam triggers in the beginning. That is buying of bulk emails from different people that you don't even know the origin of those emails from. And there's every possibility that most of the emails you buy will not even have a name or first name and last name. Most of the names are just put together. And you want to be able to personalize your emails to be able to mention their first names in the first line of the emails. Good. Another thing you want to consider, one of the best practices, test for different email clients. So you want to test for Gmail, test for Outlook, test for Apple, what's it called, iCloud Mail. Check how your templates appear on those clients to ensure that you are keeping a consistent brand across board. So obviously you have to monitor and analyze, as with every other social media platform or any other thing you're doing on social media or digital media. You have to monitor your emails and analyze. What you want to look out for is your open rates and your click rates, which are very, very, very important. Then you also want to look at your unsubscribe rate as well at some point. I mentioned already that you should avoid purchased email lists. So you also want to send welcome emails. So there's a way you can automate the welcome emails that you don't even have to come and start sending every time a new person subscribes to your mailing list. So you can automate it and then send welcome emails to every new subscriber to your newsletter or to your mailing list. You also have to respect privacy and regulations, the GDPR in UK and every other regulations that you have to take into cognizance when you're sending your emails. Ensure that you follow those regulations. And then you have to regularly clean your list too. Look out for people who have not been opening your mails over the last maybe 6 months. If they've not opened your mail in the last 6 months, then you may want to, send them a discontinuance email and then ask them to unsubscribe, or you unsubscribe them from your list to make sure that your list is clean and then it doesn't affect the other people you have in the mailing list, such that your mail begins to go to spam folder. Good. Going forward. So I'm going to talk about some spam triggers. Excessive use of capital letters, which is a spam trigger. That's using, for example, in your subject line, capitalizing each word or writing small letters and then capitalizing a particular word. Those things they are spam triggers. They're going to automatically send your email to the spam folder of the receiver. Excess exclamation marks, using apostrophes, using exclamation marks, using multiple of it in the body of your email and in the subject line would also send your email to the spam folder of your audience. Misleading subject line, when you put the subject line that does not have anything to do with the body of the mail, AI would read it because the machine learning and artificial intelligence is integrated in MailChimp's servers. So when you send an email where the subject line is misleading, does not directly describe what is in the body of the mail, you are definitely going to get your email in the spam folder of the receiver. Also, you don't want to overuse symbols and special signs. Using symbols and special signs, you don't want to overuse them. You don't want to use too many smileys in your subject line. What I do is anytime I want to use smileys, I just use one smiley in the subject line to express my feeling about the mail I'm sending. If I'm happy, if I'm in a happy mood or in a sad mood or I'm in a different mood, I just want to put it there so that you would see when you receive my email that, okay, let me see what this is about. Why is it crying? Or why did you have a crying smiley in this subject line and you want to open it? It can also help you to increase your opening. But when you use it too much, it is definitely going to send your mail into the spam folder. Using phishing links, I don't know what's the correct pronunciation. Is it phishing or phishing? Phishing links, using phishing links in the body in your email template. That is links that mimic popular websites or links that are not genuine. You definitely send your emails into the spam folder automatically. Then when you have a large image to text ratio, when there are more images than text in your newsletter or your mails, it's definitely going to go into the spam folder. I mentioned earlier non-compliance with regulations, using spammy keywords. Spammy keywords like free, guarantee, something along those lines. You can go on Google and search for spammy keywords. Once you use free or guarantee or special discounts, your mail would most likely be flagged as a spam and then sent to the spam folder, especially if you don't use the two-factor authentication. Let me use that word, two-factor authentication for your subscribers. That is when they first subscribe to your mailing list, and then they have to click a link in their email after the first subscription to confirm that they are subscribed. Then that's those. If you don't have that, if you have like a bulk email that you just uploaded into your dashboard or your audience center, you are going to have your mails going to spam folder when you use spammy keywords. Now, unwanted content, this is a very serious one where you have bought emails and then you are sending content to them, but they don't want it, so they are probably unsubscribing and then reporting you. And then when the unsubscribe is too much, you are definitely going to get banned. I got one of my accounts banned one time because I was doing experiments. I was trying out different things. That's what I do. I had one of my accounts suspended from MailChimp. I got an email from someone who had been gathering emails since around 2015 or so. And then I used that email, about 500 of them, in a newsletter. And there were so many bounce rates and so many unsubscribes that MailChimp had to tell me that I'm suspended until I had to delete all the uploaded emails that I bought and uploaded there. Now, I said I bought it because it was an experiment. I wanted to experience it myself and not just say, okay, this is what people are saying. Let me just listen to it. So I wanted to experience that feeling myself and know why exactly these people are saying don't buy emails, aside the obvious. Now, reader complaints, when people read your email and they report you to MailChimp, they're definitely going to start sending your emails to the spam folder. And then using hidden text or links in your email. I don't know if you've opened an email before, and then when you click on a part of the email, any part of the email, it loads a web page, which is not supposed to be. That is a spammy behavior, and then it's going to send your mails to the spam folder. So, how to build quality lists? How to build quality lists? Excuse me. Number one, content will always be the backbone of every successful strategy. Your content has to be valuable. For people to want to read from you, for people to want to subscribe to your mailing list, you have to give them value. You have to give them value for them to want to subscribe to your mailing list. So that is one. Number two, you have to use opt-in forms. Opt-in forms are very, very important. You can put them on your landing page or on your websites, or you can even create a link from, for example, in MailChimp, you can create a link and then put it on your Instagram bio or your Facebook bio, or add it to your post on Facebook so that people can subscribe to your mailing list. Lead magnets. One way to build quality, what's it called? Quality email list is to have lead magnets. Lead magnets are free resources. Yes, that's the word. Free resources that you offer people in exchange for their data. So you must have seen somewhere where someone would say, oh, download this free ebook. Download my ebook for free. And then you go to the website and you want to download, and then it asks you for your first name and your email. Some people go as far as asking you for your phone number if you're in the same region. So that's a good example of lead magnets. Number four, landing pages, which I taught you in the second class of this course. landing pages is also a very good way to build quality mailing lists. If you have included the sign up button on your landing page, so that when people go to your landing page, they're able to put in their emails and they click on sign up. Always ensure that you get at least their first name and the email so that you can personalize the email to them when you're sending it. Contests and giveaways, which are beginning to fade out now, but they are still a very good way to get people to sign up to your mailing list. Although you may experience fewer open rates and fewer click rates, especially because people who are coming for contests and giveaways just want to win something from you. They are really not specifically interested in the content you're posting. So, for example, when you say when you are doing the giveaway and then you tell someone to tag 5 friends so that they can, with the 5 friends they are tagging, they are not following you. They don't know your content, but they followed you because their friend is doing a giveaway. And then when they see the stuff, for example, you are giving away a camera, and I tag 5 people to come to your page to see the giveaway. And then say, I want to win giveaway now. And then they take part in the challenge and they put in their emails and sign up for the challenge. Eventually, after some time, they're going to stop opening your emails, especially if they don't win. So you want to be careful and structure your giveaways in a way that it's going to only be appealing to people who are interested in your content or in your niche. Social media promotions and sponsored posts. You can do referral programs, which is very similar to contests and giveaways. Webinars and events are a very good way to build a quality mailing list. For example, if you're a digital marketer, you can do free digital marketing course. And before people sign up, they have to give you their data, their first name, their last name, phone numbers, and email, and if possible, address as well. That way, you're getting people who are interested in digital marketing one way or the other, and then you're able to personalize emails to them along the line. If you can even do physical events, for example, you have a shoe brand and then you're opening a physical store, you can do an opening events, and then people who come around, you collect their emails and their phone numbers, and then be able to personalize messages to them. As networking events as well, you can go for networking events and gather people's emails on them, but let them know that, oh, I'm going to start sending you emails, I'm going to add you to my newsletter, so that they expect it, and when they get the newsletter, they don't report it or send it back to spam. During customer checkouts, that's a plain fly. So if you have an e-commerce website or an e-commerce landing page where people can purchase things and pay there, you want to ensure you collect their emails when they are checking out, so that you can send a thank you mail to them and then add them to your mailing list. Most times people who buy things don't want to read from you, they just want to buy and then go away. But then you can still add them to your mailing list. You could be able to convert them depending on the type of content you are sending to them. The next thing is online quizzes and surveys. So you can just organize quizzes online and then have people just put in their first name and their last and their emails to participate in the surveys. Another good way is doing guest blogging and collaborations with other creatives or other business owners, or as a business owner collaborating with creatives who are in your niche to be able to get more people to sign up to your mailing list. The 13th thing I'm going to talk about here is email signature. You know, at the end of your email, where you write yours faithfully or kind regards, your name, your phone number, you can now include at the end of that place, sign up to my mailing list. So that when you are sending a regular email to people, people can say, oh, this person has a mailing list. Let's sign up and see what they talk about. It could help you increase the number of people that sign up to your mailing list. Paid advertising, consistent branding, educate your subscribers. Your subscribers are educated, they can even bring more people to your mailing lists. Confirmation and welcome emails. Ensure that when people sign up to your mailing list, you're able to send confirmation emails to them and then welcome them to your community. Make them feel welcome, make them feel like, oh, I've seen you, welcome to my community. I mentioned this before, so regularly clean your list to ensure that the people on your list are people who open your mails. Going forward, how to use MailChimp for marketing. This is now the practical aspect, and let's go right in.